New York City, April 19, 1989. The night that would forever scar the lives of 5 teenagers, ignite a nationwide moral panic, and reveal the brutal machinery of racism and injustice within America's criminal system. .it began in Central Park, a place usually seen as the heart of Manhattan. Joggers, bikers, families, and young people enjoying the spring night. But on this evening, chaos was brewing. Groups of teenagers from Harlem and East Harlem, most of them Black and Latino, gathered in the park. Some laughed, some played, some shouted and caused mischief, the kind of restless energy that surges through youth in a city that often offers them little outlet. That same night, a young woman, 28-year-old Trishul Maley, a white investment banker, went out for her usual jog. She would never return home the same. Attacked brutally, beaten, and left for dead, her body was discovered in the early hours of the morning. The crime was horrific. Her skull fractured, her body broken, her life hanging by a thread. The city erupted. Headlines screamed of a wolf pack. Politicians thundered about law and order. Newspapers painted Black and Latino youth as predators. And within hours, police officers, under pressure to find answers, began pulling boys from the park. Among them, Antron McCray, 15, Kevin Richardson, 14, Yusef Salaam, 15, Raymond Santana, 14, Korey Wise, 16. Children, teenagers, but to the NYPD, they were not boys. They were suspects, and in the public's imagination, fueled by fear and racial stereotypes, they were monsters. For hours upon hours, the police grilled them. No lawyers, no parents, just teenagers locked in tiny rooms with detectives who shouted, threatened, and lied. Just tell us what happened. You'll get to go home. Your friends already said you did it. If you confess, this will all be over. Exhausted, frightened, confused, the boys broke. False confessions spilled out, each contradicting the other, each shaped by detectives' leading questions. They didn't even match the details of the crime. But to the police, it didn't matter. They had words on tape, and in a system more concerned with convictions than truth, that was enough. Korey Wise, the oldest at 16, had only come to the station to support his friend Yusef. He didn't even know he would become a suspect, but he was left alone the longest, pushed the hardest, until his words too were twisted into the narrative police demanded. By the time the sun rose, the city had its villains. The press pounced. Headlines screamed, "Wilding, pack of wolves. Jogger attacked by teens in Central Park." The term wilding, a slang word misheard and sensationalized by police, became a weapon. It painted the boys as less than human, as feral predators roaming the city. Donald Trump, then a rising real estate mogul, took out full-page ads in New York newspapers. Bring back the death penalty. Bring back our police, his words dripped. With vengeance, calling for the lives of children who had not even stood trial. The public swallowed the narrative whole. In the eyes of millions, the Central Park Five were guilty before they even stepped foot in court. The courtroom became a theater. Prosecutors stitched together confessions that didn't align, ignoring DNA evidence that excluded every single boy. The semen found on the victim, not theirs. The blood patterns didn't match. The timeline, impossible. But facts crumbled under the weight of fear. Jurors, influenced by media hysteria and the city's thirst for punishment, convicted them anyway. Antron McCray, Kevin Richardson, Yusef Salaam, Raymond Santana, Korey Wise, all guilty. These children were sent to prison. Dreams ended before they had begun. Their families wept, powerless against a system that had already decided their fate. Prison is hard for grown men. For teenagers, it is crushing. Antron, once a shy boy who loved baseball, withdrew into silence. Kevin carried the trauma of being labeled a rapist at 14. Yusef clung to faith and books, teaching himself resilience. Raymond watched his youth slip away cell by cell, and Korey Wise, because of his age, was sent to adult prisons, some of the most violent in the nation. He was beaten, isolated, and tormented. He spent years in solitary confinement, trapped in a box, losing track of time, losing fragments of himself. For the world, the story faded. But for the boys, our young men, every single day was a battle for survival. Years passed. Then, in 2002, a man already serving a life sentence for murder and rape stepped forward. His name was Macias Reyes. He confessed to attacking the jogger in Central Park alone. His DNA matched. His story fit the timeline. Finally, the truth was undeniable. The convictions of the Central Park Five were vacated. After years of wrongful imprisonment, the men walked free. But freedom did not erase the scars. They had lost childhoods, lost time, lost innocence. The men, now in their late 20s and 30s, struggled to rebuild lives stolen from them. Relationships were fractured, opportunities gone, trust in the world shattered. But they also found strength. They became symbols of resilience, advocates for justice, and living proof of how America's justice system could destroy innocent lives. In 2014, New York City settled a lawsuit, awarding them $41 million. $1 million for each year of wrongful imprisonment. But no amount of money could return what was taken. Their story is not just about 5 boys. It is about a system that criminalizes Black and Latino youth. About media that feeds on fear and racism. About how quickly society can condemn without evidence. The Central Park Five, now known as the Exonerated Five, remind us of the cost of injustice. Their case changed conversations around coerced confessions, juvenile rights, and wrongful convictions. It forced America to confront uncomfortable truths, and through films, books, and a Voir Juvenile series, When They See Us, their story reached the world not just as a cautionary tale, but as a demand to see, to listen, to believe in the humanity of those so often silenced. The Central Park Jocker case began as a tragedy. A woman brutally attacked, her life forever altered. But it became something larger, a mirror held up to America's soul. In the reflection, fear, prejudice, injustice, but also resilience. Brotherhood, the unbreakable spirit of 5 boys who endured what no child should. Today, their names are spoken not as criminals, but as survivors. Antron, Kevin, Yusef, Raymond, Korey, the Exonerated Five. A reminder that behind every headline is a deeper truth, one we must never ignore.